Okay, so I want to talk about a lot of things, actually. I want to talk about healing. I want to talk about manifestation, all of that stuff. Um, the one thing that I've noticed since realization has appeared to happen, anything, anything goes with realization. Anything goes. Like, there's this acceptance, right? There's this acceptance that whatever is appearing to happen is completely okay. I know there was an incident that had just happened with me not too long ago, and it was really fucking intense for me. It was so fucking intense. I was truly in a dark place, and it got to the point where I just couldn't fucking hang. I couldn't do it. And I was like, God, I don't want to feel like this anymore. This is just too much, you know? And I was okay with that. I was okay with not wanting to feel like that anymore. Because there's this acceptance there that it is what it is. And anything that's appearing to happen is okay. It is what it is. There's no more resistance there for me. Where before, there was a resistance. And there was this bad, good type of energy. Like, oh, that's bad, that's good. You can't do this and you can't do that, right? The person, I took things very personal. Let's put it that way. The person was really there. The character was really there. But now there's no character. There's no person taking it personal. It's just, it is what it is over here for me. So now anything goes. So yeah, it was really pretty fucking intense for me. And I decided to say a mantra because that was my go-to when I was really very much into spirituality. But I said the mantra because there was this belief that it was going to create this like higher vibration, right? And I was going to reach a certain level, like the 5th, 6th, 7th dimension, right? Whatever that is. I don't even know what that is anymore. But I would say it because I was hoping to reach something and stay there, right? And stay there. Now there's not that seeking of reaching a higher vibration because I know that that's not possible to stay there. I know it's not possible for the person to stay there or whatever. But what I have realized by saying a mantra, for me, it creates an ease for that moment. It creates the ease. It's like taking an aspirin or a pill to get rid of a headache. Not to get rid of the headache, but because I don't like saying get rid of, because you can't get rid of it, because headaches, they happen. They do appear to happen. They don't just disappear and poof, go away and not come back, because they come back. So what I'm trying to say is, saying a mantra or meditating or saying a prayer or whatever, if that's what creates an ease for the moment, so that it's not so intense for the person when they're really having to face, go through this constant aggravation of darkness. And if saying a mantra or whatever it is the person likes to do, whatever method or whatever you want to call it, if that's what works for the person, then why not do it if it creates that ease for the moment? So for me, there's this realization that I can say a mantra to create a little bit of, to take the load off, right? To create the bit of ease. Realizing that it's not going to stick, though, that it's only going to work for a little bit, because shortly after that, another emotion is going to arise. And God only knows, not literally, only knows like what the next, God doesn't know. Let me think, I'm trying to think of a better choice of words. No one really knows what the next emotion's going to feel like. Right? There is no knowing. And there's no control over what's going to appear to happen or what's going to arise next. But if saying a mantra creates that ease for that moment, it's a tool. It's a fucking tool. That's all it is. And if that tool works for that moment, then why not do it? Just to set the tone, right? And there's this acceptance. There's this acceptance that it's completely okay to say the mantra. Where before, there wouldn't have been that acceptance there. I would have been really hard on myself. I would have been very hard on myself because I'm, there would be this good, bad, you know what I mean? But there isn't that anymore. There's nothing really. But it's just, it is what it is. And it's just what's appearing to happen for the person. So yeah, that's something that I've realized is that, when shit gets really intense over here, and if saying a mantra is what works for me for that moment, just so it could create that ease and set the tone, then shit, fucking why not? Then fucking why not? You know what I mean? Because sometimes things can get pretty fucking intense. And who wants to fucking wallow in that? I mean, what do you say? Who wants to be in it? When you can set the tone and create ease, just like taking an aspirin or a pill to create, to kind of, get the headache to kind of simmer down. But it doesn't take headaches away, because headaches will always appear to happen to the person, apparently. Okay? And another thing I noticed, and I don't, of course, in non-duality, all this stuff is all the illusory anyways. But in the illusion, with manifestation, right? I was told that when you say a mantra and the mantra creates this ease, and this ease starts to happen, they say that's the perfect time to say an affirmation. It's the perfect time. Once that ease happens, is the perfect time to say an affirmation. And one thing that I've noticed since realization has appeared to happen, things manifest faster for me. Because there's no more resistance to anything. Like, I do whatever the fuck I want now. Like, if I want to fucking say a mantra, I'm going to say a fucking mantra. Right? If I want to say a fucking affirmation, I'm going to say a fucking affirmation. There's no more resistance there. There's no more, like, worry or doubting or whatever. And even if there was a worry or a doubt, there's this acceptance that it's okay to do that. that it's okay to fucking do it. There's nothing wrong with anything. Right? So there, because of that, because there's this acceptance there, the acceptance creates this neutrality, this like flat line, you know? It creates this, you know, neutral type of energy, apparently, right? And because of that, I've noticed that things kind of manifest faster now. And even things that I speak about, I notice it appear to happen around me faster. Like you know, me and my dad and my friend were out riding around, and we were talking about something. Because my dad has bad joints. And, you know, I do DoorDash on the side as a side hustle, right? And I had a delivery. I had to go deliver some food. And you don't know where you're going until you get to the place, right? You really don't know. And, you know, my dad was saying how his joints are hurting him, and how he, you know, was told that if, you know, he put some CBC oil or something on the joints, it would, you know, create that ease, you know, it would take away the pain that he feels in his joints. And he was asking me where he could get it at. I was like, well, Dad, you know, you can get that stuff in a dispensary. Tell me why, right after talking about it, the place I was delivering the food at was at a dispensary. And I was like, oh, hell no. When we pulled up, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, we were just talking about this. That's how quick shit manifests. We had no idea we were going there. No idea. Because like I said, they don't tell you until you don't know until you get to the place. So, and I really think it's because there is this neutrality there, and there's no more resistance to anything. There's no more resistance. And even if there was a resistance, like, there's this acceptance, though, right? It's accepting things for what it is. When you have this acceptance, it's just like it creates this neutrality energy, and things do, I don't know, I just noticed that things do manifest faster. So when I say the mantra to create the ease for me, and once I notice that ease is there, I will say an affirmation. But what helps with the affirmation is that there is already this neutrality there. The neutrality is already there because of the acceptance of everything, accepting everything for what it is. So the neutrality is already there. And then, you know, the person says a mantra to create the ease. So having that neutrality and that easiness too on top of it, as a cherry on top, it just, boom, I don't know. I don't know if I'm making any sense, because really there's no sense in all of this. You know, it is all just the illusory, you know. It's all made up, because we really don't know what any of that shit's called. But in the illusion, it's called manifestation. It's called mantras. It's called prayer. It's called meditation. Blah, 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 blah. But, yeah. So, yeah, you know, I just wanted to get on here and talk about it. I wanted, you know, to let people know that have, you know, this realization that it's okay. There's nothing wrong with doing things to create an ease, to set the tone. You don't have to sit in the darkness all the fucking time. If you want to take a pill to create the ease, right? I'm not saying literally, but if whatever it is you choose to do, then fucking do it. Because there is no wrong or right way to fucking be. There really isn't. It is what it is. And that's all there is. Ciao.